Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go from Cleveland. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. On the ground, it's Quinshon Judkins. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Again, it's Judkins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. A short one that is caught by Fannin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he pushes forward for a couple of 4th and inches.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down. And that's exactly what you've done. I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks. Allow your team to get settled in. Don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That pass play good for 22. It's a Browns first down. on the toss here with Judkins. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Sunday, a Littleton on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bills' 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively. But here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
Judkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Bills nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024, at quarterback, Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart, he elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard. 43. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Josh Allen. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
To the air on 3rd down. Here's Allen. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
1st down. A gain of
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Now a screen set up for Achane. To the pylon, he's in. De'Von Achane. Touchdown, Bills.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Browns offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Now Purdy. They try to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They get 24 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On first and 10, Purdy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is George Karlaftis in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
On third and long, Purdy to throw. That's caught inside. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
Over the middle, brought in by his tight end, Fenner.
To Harold Bannock Jr. A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll get back to Quinshon Judkins. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 13 yards on the catch there. It's a Browns first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
To Cedric Tillman. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Here's Purdy. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Bills offense ready for their second possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and
4. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Bills first down.
A gain of 15 yards.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Escaping to his left. Yeah. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
A gain of 19 yards.
Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and yards at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Bills. 1st down. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Buffalo.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That's another
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Allen goes with a pop pass. And he's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Buffalo. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead.
But somebody gotta do it. Come on, put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off, turn the TV off, turn the TV off.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. They run it once more with Judkins. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Big Leonard Williams brings them down.
Gain of 4 brings up third and 4.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. From the gun, it's Purdy. And the rush gets Bowles. He'll go down. They got him. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Mixon, and he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Isaiah McGuire up for the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Here's second and 9. They send Evans in motion. to the air on second down. That is intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
Yeah, it's just a really bad decision, Mike, and I'm not really sure what he saw there. The top of his drop, things looked a little cloudy, at least from up in the booth. So down on the field, he's just got to regroup, take what's there, especially early in the game. You don't want to turn the ball over and put yourself behind.
The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. On the handoff, Judkins. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Purdy now on second down. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Purdy. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
That's good.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Purdy works out of the pistol. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
Another Browns.
I should put this out of your head, boy, because I got all that
1st
hands,
and goal
boy.
at the 2-yard
All
line.
that drink you got to chill.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again is Purdy. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Now, the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter. and get started with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 2nd down, here is Allen. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw once more, here's Allen. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions, because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Browns offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Purdy on 1st down. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
At the 50-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They bring Judy in motion. On play action, here's Purdy. Going for it all. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On 3rd and 1, here's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up 1st down.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll throw again with Purdy. That's out high to Judkins. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. to the air is Purdy. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. Backs to the open man. It's Tillman.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's Purdy again. To the left side, it is caught by Bennett. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Purdy going to put it up again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Browns move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Allen. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Watch him do it.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Mixon. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
In motion now, it's Collins. Allen now on 2nd down. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Bills first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
On 1st down, it's Allen. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
And the Bills first down.
A design run here for Allen. Not a whole lot happening there. Just a short pickup.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Mixon. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Bills.
Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a first down.
3-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Buffalo. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bills move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
17.
Touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back out with their first involvement of this second half. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, Purdy. He'll drop this one down to Judkins. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Greg Rousseau in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. Over the middle, brought in by his tight end, Fannin. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
To return, it is Turpin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Automatic 1st down.
First and 10. Off the play fake, Purdy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and
2. Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. How to be caught by the running back, Judkins. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield. And that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. Here's Purdy. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on downs. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. The right side, that is hauled in by Warren. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's Mixon. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. In motion, it's Waddle. To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. With the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
design run. It's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20. What a job there, using his legs on the run, pickup of 19, and that's a first down.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
And he'll be marked down at the 7, and it will set up first and goal.
First down. First and goal.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. From the gun, here is Allen. This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Bills. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Browns offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 43.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And no chance to turn and go. one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing again is Purdy. Open man, and that's Tillman. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Looking deep here for Tillman. Is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often like that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. We'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. On first down, it's Allen. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Buffalo.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
To the 5-yard line.
Pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal. To the 5-yard line.
Now here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. It's the tight end Henry in motion. In motion now, it's Collins. On third and goal, here's Allen. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is fourth down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, Man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. From his end zone, Purdy. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands, but only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head, but that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, Allen. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
At the 47-yard line, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. They send Evans in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Receiver in motion, headed left. The give to Mixon from out of the pistol. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Bills 1st down.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now on 2nd down. Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the gun, throw here for Allen. This one is Hold in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Bills. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
Mixon gonna try and run it. And he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. Here's a screen set up for Judkins. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no good.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
That is caught right side. That's Penny. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Cleveland.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 47.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. That's out wide to Judkins. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 47-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll throw again with Purdy. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he's in! Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Browns. A terrific Perfect play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Makes the score Bills 36, Browns 24.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And a few kneel down should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. Going to make the read and hold on here. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
2nd and 7. He'll take off again.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Could have depended on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
A 51-yard attempt.
Little's kick is good. And the Bills will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Headed left, buying time. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
On second down, Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Third down, Purdy. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Looking deep here for Tillman. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets down to an 8-point game. Scored too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a road win here for the Bills. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.